Hello, hello, welcome back to Ikit Claw. Now, now, where were we up to? Now, what we can go do now is see if there are some Australia armies to play with. Maybe. Are off to a flying start. Probably smash apart that army. Let's have a looky look. What are our odds here? Pretty even. It's because I got so many crossbowmen. I don't really think of it as that even though. We could probably destroy it, but let's keep playing just a little bit safe. Bit of safety isn't a bad thing. I don't think I want to spend that money. We've got 3 turns until we'll be able to get the rattling guns and stuff, and we want to try and save as much money for that as possible. We also want to try and get the Australians to try and come and fight us. The Chileans will come and fight us. They'll bring something out soon. Something will come. So at this point, it's better to be just that little bit cautious. Just a bit. It won't last long. Won't last too long. Ooh, excellent. Our hero capacity for Plague Priests and that is up. Now, the thing with this is you don't... I know other people have this thing with, oh, you want 8,000 plague priests and monks and blah blah blah. I don't really think so. I am still going to get this knowledgeable one after saying all that, because having a lot of them is useful. I'll just pop a couple of things in with him. I mean, having him is useful still, so the extra knowledgeable is excellent. So, speaking of which, the other thing you can do is see how we've got a knowledgeable one here. So, this only persists when you're alive. Now, with the lords, when you recruit them and then disband them, you don't actually kill the lord, you just put them back into your recruiting pool. So, he still exists, he's still there. Which means, so we've got knowledgeable hero, so we should be getting plus 10 from them and plus 5 winds of magic from him. So when you look at it, yep, plus 15. So that's a way to really build up your winds of magic a lot. On that note, when you can get your warlords at rank 13. Really good way to be able to increase the amount of money as well. It's not a huge increase, it's a little increase, but it's all something. So at rank 13, they've got a little skill that adds 3% to the tax rate for all provinces. Or is it 3%? No, 4%. You put 2 points in it, it's 4%. Tax rate to all your provinces and all your regions and that sort of thing, and then you can disband them, and you do that every turn as well. It slowly adds up. It's not a huge amount at first, but it's better than a poke in the eye with a sharp stick with dog poo on it. So that's how you do that. So this will mean I'm leveling up 2 plague priests, which is good. That should mean, can we afford the next level building? 6,000. We're not going to have the gold for that. But, oh well. We will, however, we'll get the rattling guns in. So that will make a huge difference to our army anyway. Yes. Yes. So basically at the moment we're really building towards getting our Doom stack ready. The good thing is, once we actually have that building where we can have... Ooh, excellent. Where we can have the poison wind mortars as well. Really what we're going to have is our endgame army by about turn 30. So alright, so we've got our extra replenishment now. I tend to go through this just as it's one of the ones we can go through. Another good one to go through is, so if you go through Devious plans, you get hit and run and ambush success chance. But you do need at least this one here before you can get volatile plans. So we want to go through there. And volatile plans along with enormous caches and ensure product quality and even reject poor recruits is worth it. So that's why you want to go through that. Alrighty. Skaven Blight now though. I told you the Chileans are to come. The Chileans are here, the Chileans are here. The Chileans are dead, the Chileans are dead. Oh, and that's just absolutely perfect. Because now we've got 8,200 gold. We're going to pop in here. Only leaves us with 2,000 for buying recruits this turn. But that means we should be able to get 3 weapons teams started. Yeah. Yes. Yes. Ah. I'm not entirely mad, just mostly. It's fine. Swear. Alright, so he's got up there, so we'll pop in. So we want our extra range and we want to get them faster movement for our missile units, and we want to get extra powder. Basically, him we want to have hanging around with our plague claws. He doesn't really need to do much else. Your plague priests, you want to go for... Well, I go for Vermintide because it gives you lots of summons, which are very, very good. Blessed with Filth, really good for throwing down on your... what are they called? Yeah, your rattling guns, because it just fucking wrecks shit. So basically, it just poisons stuff and just, yeah, ruins their day. But really, you're aiming to get towards Plague. Plague is an amazing spell, especially when you're in a siege situation, and you can get nice blobs of stuff. Alrighty, that's all looking good now. Got that going. Can't get any of that because we have no cash at the moment. Another knowledgeable one. Oh god. Jeez. I might have to keep doing this campaign on my own. It's just too good a start at the moment. This is amazing. Like the RNG stuff is just going in my favour. The rest of it's just normal. It's exactly how I've been doing these starts for quite some time now. Ikit Claw is really, really good early game if you can get it just right through your term numbers. Alrighty. Because his armies are absolutely devastating, so the problem is once he's moving you can't stop. You've just got to keep going with him. Alright, so this will give us, that'll be 4, so we need another 2 of them for how I build my Doom stack. You don't have to build it this way, entirely up to you. So, just to run the numbers, I go for 6 rattling guns, I go for 2 Warplock Jezzails, 4 Plague Claw catapults. Now generally, if you've just got these 3 heroes, that leaves you with 3 more slots for other things. I think it's 3. Maybe it's 4. Yeah, 1 more Jezzail. What am I missing? Oh, wait a minute. Yeah, so it's 6 rattling guns, 2 Jezzails, 4 plague claws, 2 poison wind mortars, and then you've got 3 slots left over with your normal amount of heroes. Now, those 3 slots you can put in more sorcerers if that is your preferred method. My preferred is I normally actually go with some Deathglowed Bombardiers, but lately I've also been experimenting with putting some Packmasters or some Chieftains in there. I'm also working on building some things with Chieftain Doom stacks and Packmaster Doom stacks and that sort of stuff. So you've got other options, but the main thing is everything but that remaining 3. So if you want to fill it with Plague Priests and do it that way, that's fine too. So basically, the way you do it with Plague Priests is you have a lot of Plague Priests, you have them forward of the army, and you basically keep summoning Clan Rats and Plague Monks on everything to slow down the army, while all of your weapons team just slaughter everything. I find I don't need to generally do that too much, so I don't really bother. But again, there is nothing wrong with that tactic as far as I'm concerned. It's perfectly viable. If it's what you want to do it. And the thing that sounds like a hairdryer in the background is the wife's computer. But we're working on fixing that, so. Alrighty. Now, we do have a decent amount there. We've got 2 more to build there. We have 3 more turns waiting on that. Military presence 15, so that means there's 15 troops somewhere in between these 2 towns. If you're ever wondering how you can actually work that out. So the way your military presence works, so if you've got a province of just the 2 cities, well actually, so the plus 15 actually means there is, now I can't get it right. Yeah, so that means there's at least a 15 stack in one of those 2 cities. That can be divided in any one kind of way. Any kind of way, basically, from there. So there could still be other armies around. So, as I was saying before, we send this guy to Islan Huapek, if that's how you pronounce it, which it probably isn't. But I'm Australian, so nobody expects me to be able to pronounce anything correctly except for swear words and the word beer. That's about all I'm supposed to be able to pronounce properly. Let's see what they've got here. So they've got, so if we have a look here, it says 16, 18. So clearly I'm wrong. Maybe it divides it. I can't remember. Either way, let's try and get an ambush here. That's good. Just gives us a little bit of money. And it gives us some experience. Let's have a look at that. That still thinks they can win. That's fine. Pop him back here. We'll pop him further back here. Hopefully they'll come out for a field battle. See what they decide to do. We'll give him his next level of quartermaster so that we can have lots and lots of money. Increase his speed. Give him Plague Rash. We still don't have any more. No more of them yet. I didn't get anything, so I've got to get more sorcerers yet, did I? No. What about Lords? We've already got that knowledgeable. So as you can see, that knowledgeable, because he doesn't have the loyalty in the corner there, and he doesn't have this cost, that means you've already recruited him. So you don't need to worry about him anymore. I do still want another assassin. I do still want an assassin, but I want to keep my costs low right now. See if we can get through the next few turns fairly quickly. So that I can build up the Doom stack. And I might be able to show it off a little. Right, yeah, one more turn. Real good there. We didn't get any of them, so we can't do that. Move him back and pop him into ambush stance. One more turn, so we'll get start our recruitment next turn. We'll have the money to do the recruiting. Get him to go across there. See if I can get my Doom stack ready. Doom stack ready by about turn 20 something. It will destroy everything. Ambush foiled, no real big deal there. Don't worry about Skaven Blight being put under siege or anything too much at this stage as well. They're not going to have anything that's going to be able to take it properly, so it's no big deal. Blessed with Filth for you. Vermintide for you. We can now build Poison Wind Mortar. So turn 22 we can build Poisoned Wind Mortars. So what we need is we're going to get one more Warp Block to Jail and 2 Poison Wind Mortars. So we need 3 slots in the army. So that's all of them, one of them. And let's have a look. Can I afford any buildings? I can't. But I can afford an assassin. Haven't got any more for them. No, nothing for them. That's okay. We'll take him. Now, I saw before, yeah, we got a couple of these guys. So that gives us an extra 16% chance of assassinating. That'll be good for the start of next turn, which will be coming up very soon. Now, our engineer is nearly at Zlan Huapek, so that'll be another 800 gold and 3 more rocket juice. Juice those rockets. Juice them good. Almost like juicing a cow. That's fine, let him do that. We just need to get one through one more turn and our Doom stack is not 100% ready, but it's not ready. Yeah. Alright, so we can get to Zlan Huapek by going here. 800 gold, 3 warp fuel, thank you. Now we need to go to Talaxlan, which is just over here. Talaxlan will get there next turn. Hero, start assassinating. Oh, off to a brilliant start there. First attempted assassination and he makes it. Gotta love it. Alright. Now, because I don't want any clan rats in my army, gonna replace those with Death God Bombardiers. They only take 1 turn, so everything will be ready for next turn. And now let's get another assassin as well. Discipline looks good. He only gets plus 8%, but that's alright. Basically, what we're going to do with the assassins is that assassins don't go in the army. Assassins are for assassinating, for assaulting units, for assaulting garrisons, and for scouting for us. We want to be able to see what the enemy's doing. It's really important, like super important. Because while it's a really good army that we've got, it is super susceptible to being ambushed. So if we get ambushed, we're dead. So very, very dead. It can't melee for shit. But what we can do is annihilate shit. So if we get the jump on stuff, It's a goner. Alright, that's perfect. Now let him have an attempt at assassinating. Oh. This one, he's got his minus 50% for that last assassination, so we'll head him off this way. Now what we're going to do is we're going to demonstrate why I like this so much. And we're going to do the ambush. As you can see, even the Auto Resolve knows that the Humies stand no chance. But I wanted a chance to show this off. The Plague Priests, they'll get a level out of this, that'll be good. Yeah, everything is just going to get slaughtered. I see no other possibility from this battle. We're not going to... The garrison will come in from the side. I don't need it. Do not need the garrison. Not even going to try and use it. Garrison. What garrison? Whoops. Alright. Back to where we're putting the catapults. Alright. Pop all that down the middle. We will pop him there. We'll pop you over here. Yep. You're going to guard that flank. You're going to guard that flank. We'll put Plague Priest on each side as well. It could be a good reason to have multiple Plague Priests in the army. And you'll go way up the front, just because. Alrighty. So let's get destroying. So the main thing we need to get rid of is mortars. On the plus side, we have a lot of destruction in range of the mortars. So, the mortars will die. So much for mortars. Alrighty. Oh good, now let them fire at whatever they feel like. Oh, that's actually a really good garrison we've got there. That we don't need. Oh yeah, that's some good destruction right there. Oh. They're shooting at Ikit. They're shooting at Ikit. Oh, not my precious Ikit. Oh, good. He'll be fine. They won't be, but Ikit will be fine. So as you can see, they're already taking devastating casualties, and they're not even in range of our most devastating stuff yet. But the death starts to rain down. Well, there goes most of that then. Now what you've also got to remember here is we haven't actually been able to properly upgrade the weapons teams yet. So the fact that this is the level of destruction that they do cause is just wrong. Because they're still going to get upgraded by a lot. Just get some more warp lightning going there. As you can see, those death globeteers, they just absolutely destroy things there. And they have received the army loss penalties already. Who needs garrison troops? Who needs them? This is gunline at its finest. far as I'm concerned, nothing is more satisfying than an Ikit claw gun line. It's just a beautiful, beautiful thing to watch. And so many of the units complement each other. Where these guys won't get a lot of kills, the actual plague that it causes reduces a lot of the health points, so they're not getting a lot of direct kills, but that means the health points are low, which means all of your shooting units kill things a lot quicker, so increasing their kills. And there's a lot of synergy that happens in the army. Things like you with a couple of poison wind globadiers, some catapults, and priests that have plague, garrisons just melt. You don't even need to use the rest of it. Oh jeez, didn't realise I've gotten back up to full food. Alrighty, we're going to take all of that cash. That's all good. Oh, good. One of those. We're going to finish him off. Take the money again. Lovely. We've even got a sacred banner of the horned rat, which we really don't need. Oh. Since we have so much money, let's upgrade to the warpstone tractor beam, because as said before, that's now what we need to do our upgrades just here for our forbidden workshop. And also, since we have so much food, let's do some other upgrades in here. So that gets extra bonuses for the main units we're using. Because I don't really use warp grinders and warp fire throwers, I'm not upgrading them at this point. When I've got just ridiculous amounts to spare, then I will. This gets us 2 banners. It's incendiary rounds. It's essentially used as a banner. You assign it to a unit in the army. 100% they can replace these 2 banners. Because what? Plus 12 missile strength and enabled flaming attacks. Plus 12 missile strength and missile resistance and stalk. Yeah, we're going to be giving those to our troops. I normally give them to rattling gunners, just because I find that my rattling gunners do most of my killing for me. Lightning strike, yep, and renowned and feared. I mostly go lightning strike, especially now with the changes they've made to things like encamp stance. So it means if there's an army encamped out here, I can still attack them and wreck them without having to worry about the rest of the army coming out at me. What else we got? You get more sapper.
No malice detected.
Evasion for you. He's nearly got plague. That's good. Vermintide for you. Alright, well that's going to be it for the legendary getting started guide. So, what I will do, this is essentially advice point. What my advice is, from here. Now, Tabaro is no longer a sack city in my opinion. Take Tabaro, then take Magritta. Don't worry about Bilbali for the moment. Once you've got those 2 secured, so what you want to do is when you are taking them, you sack them first, then you occupy them. That way you're maximising your money, and you get them as high as your food will allow them. So I'd try and go for rank 3 for Tabaro, and rank 4 for Magritta. Then you want to go Miragliano, Lucchini, and wipe out Sartosa as well. That gives you the entire bay. Once you've actually done that, that'll mean down here, the Knights of Origio? Knights of the Flame? No, Knights. The red Bretonian one that'll be on this little island here will declare war on you and send a couple of stacks up to attack you. With this province, Sartosa, Skaven Blight, and this, as long as you build them correctly, so if you build them, you don't need to build the recruitment buildings, But if you make sure you've got your energy generators and these sorts of buildings in there, so you're making as much money as possible, and in Miragliano's case, the food building, then you will have enough money to get a second stack of this. Don't worry if your income is low at this point. With a second stack of this, very similar to Ikit claws, what I generally have been doing is I've been going down this way and I take over Araby just with Ikit claw by himself. That's the only army down there, nobody else. The second army basically defends this area, and when there's nothing to defend, it heads north and starts taking over Bretonnian territory. Until combined you can get a third army, so on and so forth. Every time you want to try and make sure you keep your food relatively high, so that as you're taking capital cities like Sartosa or Miragliano, you can get them up to at least rank 4. Don't worry about rank 5, rank 5 will come fairly quickly, but rank 4 is, in my opinion, is your minimum. Now, just to prove how well this works, what I'm going to do is quickly make this save, and I'm actually going to go and load an Ikit Claw game that I have been playing for a little while, just to show you where I'm at with it. So, to turn 143 now, in this particular game, I'll get it up. I'll just quickly show the armies and stuff I've got. I'm not really 100% sure where I'm at on this. I could even be about to lose an army, which I actually think I was. It's just because I made a reckless mistake. Loading, we will go. Okay, so as you can see, I've got all of this area down here. I'm not jam-packed with armies down here or anything like that. I do have one army over here to fix up the Sorcerer's Isle for me. Got another one over here, rapidly recruiting because of the same reason. I believe Ikit Claw should be somewhere around down here as well. These two armies over here, I'm actually going to be sending them over the sea to start taking over Lustria. Oh yes, here we go. This is one where I was building up a Packmaster stack, as you can see. And up here, I've got most of Bretonnia. And I am rapidly taking over the Empire as well. But as you can see, I don't actually have a lot of armies. We go into here where we can see them. We've got Ikit Claw. Where are you, Ikit? Yep, he's over here. He's now contemplating war with the dwarves. We've got Ratmek Yolsef. We have another army way up here. Transiform. We've got Skrull with his many heroes. Slicin', who's gonna sort that out for me. And I still have an income of 30,000 gold. Part of that is because what you can do is, as I was saying, once you can actually recruit your lords above level 17, like these ones are, I've recruited, I've already done this for this turn by the look of it. What level am I recruiting at? 23. So let's grab a level 21 lord just to show off what I do. So at level 13, basically what you do is you put 2 points into Ravenous expansion. That increases income from settlement buildings in all regions by 4%, and it gives corruption and a few other things, and growth for all provinces. So this is where you get a ton of growth from as well. Let's get rid of him again. Don't actually need him. So growth. This is This doesn't get growth anymore because it doesn't need it, because it's already max level. But as you can see, growth from characters is at 100. So I'm getting 100 growth just passively from all of those warlords that I've been recruiting and disbanding. So turn 143, where am I at? Settlement zone 72, provinces 27. I've got 18 packmasters, because why not? 6 warlock engineers, 3 assassins, 1 chieftain, and 6 sorcerers. And 7 armies. I've only needed 7 armies for this, and honestly, the 2 of those armies are very recently recruited. So most of this has just been done with 5 armies. So there you go. So that is basically my way of doing Ikit Core, and a demonstration of how successful it can be. So hopefully that's been helpful, and hopefully I'll see you all again in the next episode. So as you can see, I've actually turned this into a giant farm. Well, it just makes me shitloads of food, so I'm generating 48 food from my under empires as well. There you go. Who says I can't do something right? Well, I say that, but that's not the point. Anyway, yeah. Subscribe. Later.